Today on Toy Shiz, it's the return of The Dark Knight Returns. Let's talk toys. Welcome back, everyone. Toy Shiz here, and I am back yet again to give you guys another fresh look, courtesy of my friends over at McFarlane Toys. And today, we are totally checking out their brand new upcoming box set. This is the Batman, The Dark Knight Returns box set featuring Superman versus an armored Batman. Superman, straight from the comic books. If you look at the figure, I think they did a pretty solid job in capturing Frank Miller's artwork. And then you have Batman as well, which, didn't care for it the first release. And I know it's in blue now, but yeah, it's just, we'll talk about it. You know what I mean. Batman, The Dark Knight Returns. Fantastic comic book. Also, pretty fantastic animated movie, too. On the back of the box, you get a nice photo of the two figures, along with some cross-sells, and here's the barcode as well, if you want to go ahead and screen grab this. Now, it hasn't started hitting store shelves just yet, but when it does, you'll certainly be ready. So, this is going to be fun. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at the brand new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse, Superman versus an armored Batman, straight from Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. And of course, here are the two figures taken out of the packaging, and it's really light on accessories. There's really nothing to this. No extra hands, no extra head portraits, no weapons, nothing. Just a stand, right? Like most of the 2-packs that McFarlane does come with. Now, it's a decent stand. Let's say it's sculpted nicely. It's done nicely. It's very thin. It's very hollow. It's just okay. It goes really either way with me when you get these stands. Sure, there's a busted trash can and there's a broken street sign and a tire. So it's just okay. That's really all I got for you. Is just it's just okay. Much like this Batman. Now I know a lot of people, they think, oh, it's more like Batman v Superman, like Zack Snyder's Batman. And it really kind of resembles that a whole heck of a lot more than the actual Frank Miller source material. My belt is a bit muddled here. It's a little bit scratched up. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it just doesn't look that great. Very rubbery on the boots. You get some nice articulation. Again, it's the same exact figure from the same exact prior release, but he's got a new head to him. He's a lot more spot on in the head. He's got a nice cape, right? I like the cape the first time around. But just in the sense of, when you look at the Superman that's coming up, and then you look at this Batman, he's so far off the mark in terms of looking like the source material that it doesn't work for me. That's not to say it won't work for you. Maybe you like this design. Maybe it's a little bit more spot on. Maybe it's a nice combo of the movie and this, but just not doing it. But I will tell you this, I really enjoy this Superman. I like the head portrait on him. I like the body type. If you look at the source material, if you've never read The Dark Knight Returns, yeah, I'm sure you would look at that and go like, well, I don't like that face. That face is weird. Why is he sculpted like that? He looks like a potato man. Well, yeah, that's Frank Miller's artwork is not always the most pretty to look at, but it's cool in that whole 80s just grungy kind of way. I do like this beefier, fatter type Superman. I think it works, and I like the art style of this figure. But I tell you, I don't like the fact that they didn't paint the belt loops on his belt red, right? That should be red. Kind of like the year 2 where they goofed the boots. Little nuances you gotta capture in order just to make it that more spot on. You got his big super butt right there. You got a nice cape to him. The S is great. I like the hair on him. I do like the big chiseled chin. Again, it's just the artwork brought to life. All the folds in the costume. I like that he has two-fisted hands, right? And the cool thing about it is that the articulation definitely works with you finally, right? You get him in the flight pose. They never want to look up. Well, I'll tell you what, yeah, he looks straight up, and you can do the flying pose for this Superman, and I think that they nailed it in terms of that look. Absolutely love it. Now, he doesn't have bicep swivel. He will swivel at the elbows. He's got single jointed elbows. The wrist and just the articulation, the balls that are usually there, it fits a whole heck of a lot better. In terms of an ab crunch, he will rotate at the top, but there's no ab crunch once again. So he'll go back, right? You can get him into more of a flight pose still. It's pretty cool. but nothing that will crunch. I think that he definitely should work on. In terms of the waist, he will rotate. He's got some good legs. He'll kick out. He's got big, beefy legs, right? And then he's got some double-jointed knees. Nothing will rotate, let's say, at the thigh, nothing at the knee, and he does have some ankle rotation, nothing at the boots. So overall, yeah, pretty great articulation. The bicep thing doesn't bother me. If it works, it works. He does all the things that I want. You get him in all the different Superman flight poses, or he's hovering. It still all works. I think it's a great, really cool articulated Superman and really captures Frank Miller's artwork. Now, I'll tell you one thing I don't like is that if you look at this set in totality, the Batman is way too tall, and you really need this Mattel one. This Mattel one is still the one to beat. Now, I know that there are some newer Mafex import type style Batman Dark Knight Returns figures. I don't have those. I really do like my Mattel one, and I think that in terms of the height, yeah, works for me in that sense. If you look at the Mattel one from way back when, it's good. I still like this figure. They even painted the belt loops. You know what I mean? At least they captured that. But I think this new McFarlane one, in terms of the color scheme and everything else, just the head portrait, I think they nailed it a whole heck of a lot more. Now, we'll say when you have the Mattel Batman, the blues and the gray one matched up with this Superman, it goes in the whole artwork stocky kind of scheme, but height-wise, I wouldn't say it works. Carrie Kelly, though, sure. Why not, right? If you have the stand, you get them situated, I could see a lot of people going, yeah, that's cool. What are you talking about? That's awesome. Yeah, it's just not for me. I really dig the Superman. I like the look for the Superman. It's just that bat suit doesn't do it for me. It really does remind me so much more of what Zack Snyder did with his movie as opposed to Frank Miller. So, yeah, it just doesn't work. In all honesty, if you are a big fan of The Dark Knight Returns, I can definitely see you liking this. I could see a lot of people going, you're crazy, that's just ridiculous. But for me, if you put this Superman up against this Mattel Batman, that's a whole heck of a lot better. I think it works. I think the two art styles mesh better, totally. You have a really detailed out, really artistic looking Superman, and then that Batman doesn't do it. This Mattel one, all day. And yes, he does come with the sonic gun. Don't forget that. The new McFarlane one can't come with the sonic gun, so it's got points in that sense as well, even though it's more Warner Brothers thing with that whole deal. But you know what I mean. It's just looks-wise, it fits better. But in terms of Mattel and McFarlane, you can swap, do what you want. But I really do think that this one largely, this box set, is kind of a pass, being that you have the collectible Dark Knight Returns wave coming. You can get this Superman. You can also build a horse for Batman if you wanted to do that. There's 4 figures. Unless you're just a huge fan or you just really want this blue, new, repainted Batman with the new head, then yeah, definitely pick it up. But if you're just wanting it for the Superman, much like I was kind of wanting it, I would go for the single Superman and maybe even build the horse instead. The little stand is okay. It's got some great sculpture to it, but it's not painted the best. It's just kind of humdrum. It's just kind of okay, much like this box set. Superman is solid. Tell you all day. I love it. The Batman just ain't doing it for me. But I am curious to know what you guys think about this new 2-pack. Is it for you? Will you be grabbing? Comment below. Let me know. Let's talk everything McFarlane Toys. And thank you again to McFarlane Toys for sending this out to give you guys this early, fresh look. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, now, The Dark Knight Returns, don't get me wrong, was great. Let's just not talk about the sequels too much. You know what I'm talking about. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.